Hey everyone, welcome back to Inkmattic, the home for personal finance. If you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, do so, and it helps get these videos out to more people and helps the channel grow. If you haven't already checked out Inkmattic.com, go ahead and do so. We have a number of useful blog posts around personal finance. So I guess the contents for this video is have a look at the new web interface and my thoughts on it, the new features and what's included in the web interface now, portfolio update, and stocks that have sparked my interest around the UK with the possible second lockdown. So yeah, let's get started. So this is the new interface that Trading 212 are currently working on. It's currently in beta. If you're interested in trying it out, link is in the description where you can go give this a little whirl. I personally think it's a really nice improvement, and I think it's definitely a lot cleaner and easier to understand compared to the previous layout, which I personally thought was a little intimidating, just because it looks really confusing and extremely professional, whereas this is certainly a lot easier to grasp and more kind of like a minimalistic iOS kind of vibe to it, which I really like. I'd be interested to know what you guys think as well. Is this something that you could see yourself using? I personally can see myself using this, and I really like it, to be honest. So with that being said, we'll go over with a quick overview of the portfolio and dive into some of the features. So as you can see, the portfolio is now at £8,708.96. I've invested £9,189.70. Returns at the moment, I'm down £480.74. That's minus 5.23%. So it is going in the wrong direction, sadly, but you know, I'm not too worried about it at the moment, because as long as I continue to invest in companies that, you know, may have seen a drop, so I'll average down, or if I see an opportunity, then I will invest in that. But right now, I'm not really going to be investing too heavily over the next few weeks. I just want to, you know, kind of like sit back, possibly do a little bit of a sell-off and keep some funds behind, just in case if there is another lockdown and we do see another drop in the market. We're just going to quickly run through some of the new features or new design, essentially. Well, a quick walk through the design, and then we'll go over through some of the top performing stocks and some of the worst performing stocks for this week. So as you can see here, let's start off with this graph. So obviously you can have a look at specific dates, go into more detail. You've got the standard 1 year, 3 months, 1 month, 1 week and 1 day charts, but then you can go into the overview and, you know, pick your different chart types if you wanted a bar or candlesticks, and then you can have patterns as well. You've also got a bunch of other stuff here like chart types, settings, at the top as well. So you've got Pro and a bunch of other stuff as well, trend lines, etc. Then you've got pointers, crosshairs, and other useful features to help you do a bit more analysis and dive in further. So I think that is really good, and what's also really nice as well, that they've improved this bit here as well. So you've got the breakdown, so it's really easy to see. You've even got company details you can go into and have a look at the ratios, etc., into a little bit more detail. And you've got the annual or quarterly results here, same thing with balance sheets, cash flow, and a bit more about the company itself, so the currency that they're in, the headquarters, market name, which is Paris. So it is really good. You've even got the history here, and you can see the trades you've done. However, I think this is a little bit too mobile friendly, and I think it's not really geared towards desktop for this section anyway. You can also move in to the home page, and this is the home page. What you would generally see is this kind of stuff, and you've got the option to have a trend line next to the stock that you've got as part of your watch list, which is really cool. You can add a few more watch lists, search for a stock as well, and it does give you that detail. You've even got a bunch of filters that you can apply, although that bit with that, it's quite a bit basic, the filters. So I think I would like to see a little bit more of an advanced filter. So maybe you could have a look at specific exchanges, such as maybe the AIM market that I'm quite interested in at the moment, which you can't really see right here. You've got some training videos, then you've got your price alerts, you've got a calendar as well for any events that are coming through, and then you've got your standard charts. So overall, I think it is really nice. But what I will also want to introduce as well, that they've also launched pies as part of the web interface as well. Previously, it was only a mobile only feature, and they did say that they're working on implementing it for the desktop, which now they have. So I'll quickly run through my update on the pies itself. So I've got £146 in my pie. I've invested £143. I'm up £3.04. I'm 14.69% towards my target of £1,000. So not too bad. I've got 2 holdings in it: iShares S&P 500, and I've got the Alphabet Class A Inc. So with a previous video, which I'll link in the description, where I imported my position that was outside of the pie, which was Alphabet, and I imported it into the pie, and you can watch that video, which is in the description or here. And it's really easy. I probably should rebalance, but I don't want to. So as you can see here, that the rebalancing feature, so they've got a rebalance. You can even edit the pie if you want, add more positions, etc. And then you've got the auto invest feature as well. So overall, it is really good. I really like it, and I think it's something that is a huge improvement, and I think people that are using the desktop would greatly appreciate. So let's dive into my portfolio, and today I want to talk about stocks that I think I'm particularly going to focus on the UK stocks, and I'd be interested to know what you guys think, especially with there's a second lockdown that's on the horizon, I guess, a national lockdown, with the Northeast going into lockdown, I think today or tomorrow. So with that being said, do you think there will be a national lockdown, and what are you doing to prepare yourself for it? Are you selling off some of your positions so you have some cash aside to capture that opportunity when it does arise? I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It really does help get this video out to more people. And if you're interested in trying out Trading 212, or you're thinking about moving away from free trade, as with the recent announcement that they're segregating the stocks into plus and free, and moving some of those free ones behind a paywall, and you're thinking about switching to an ISA that is free as well, my referral link is in the description, and you get a free share when you sign up to it. So today I want to talk about, let's dive into some of the banks. So Lloyd's, for example, Lloyd's is not doing too well, to be honest. It is at 25.42p as of Friday, and I've got 1,350 shares. I did buy 50 shares today, on Friday, just because I wanted to just try and average that price down a little bit. It wasn't a huge amount. It was only 50 shares, which was about £13. So I did have some spare cash lying about, and I decided to just try and add to some of these positions, try and average them down. So I've got 1,350 shares. My average price is now at 38.16p, so essentially 38p. I'm down £172.35p. That's 33.44%. And if we talk about the other bank that I have on here, which is NatWest, this is just not going great. So it's at 96p at the moment. My average price is at £1.63p. So I am down £80.27p. That's at 40.86%. Again, I did buy an additional 10 shares just to average this down. But I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are. Do you hold any UK banks? Are you planning to sell them off, cut your losses, or are you just going to hold on to them? I'd be interested to know what your strategy is for this. I'm personally going to be holding on to them for the long run and see where it goes. I personally do not know where this is going to go, especially with Lloyd's and NatWest. I really don't know what's for the future for them, how low they're going to go, or if they will go bankrupt. Especially with NatWest, that is kind of a worrying thing for me now. especially they did have to have a bailout in the 2008 recession, and I believe we might be in a downward, especially with this pandemic. It's just not going away, to be honest, if I'm on. So I think NatWest might be in trouble. I keep thinking RBS, but it's called NatWest now. So I would really like to hear what you guys think about it. Leave a comment down below. Also, with Legal and General, I do want to increase my position in Legal and General. I do think it's a really good stock. Personally, I really like them. So over the last week, it is down 4.25%. I am expecting a dividend to come through around the 24th, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm possibly might add a few more shares to this. I've got 115 shares. My average price is at £1.73. I am up £21.79. That's up 10.9%. However, when we look at the last month, it has been going down around 15%. So it did hit a high at the start of the month, around £2.25. So I do see in the long run this will actually work out really well for me, and I'm really bullish with Legal and General. I think it does have great potential. So with Aviva, I am quite bullish with them as well. I do think in the long run they will do really well. I've got 170 shares at the moment. My average price is at £2.46. I'm up £78.70. That's up 18.79%. Again, I'm expecting a dividend payout from these guys as well on the same day as Legal and General, which I believe is the 24th. So looking forward to that, and I potentially may increase my position in Legal and General. But that moves on to the other factor that I want to talk about, which is house builders. Like, in terms of the UK economy, like, do you think, what is your outlook on the UK economy over the next 6 months? Do you think it's going to go we're going to go further into recession, or do you think we're going to go further into a recession with a second lockdown? If not, I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about it, because I'm kind of confused, and at the moment I'm trying to prepare for a second lockdown, because I think I need to start selling off some of the positions just to reduce some of my risk in this, just in case, because I don't want to miss out on some opportunities that if we do go into a lockdown again. But also, I do want to talk about, there's this one stock that it now pays me just over $1.20 a day, which is Energy Transfer. So I've been increasing my position in this over the last few months, and I've got 367 shares, and now it pays me $1.20, at least $1.20 a day. So I'm really happy with that, and I can't wait for November when that dividend comes in. But at the same time, I do believe this is a really good stock in my opinion, and I do think I'm expecting it to hit around $10 when the economy starts to go back to normal, and when we see normal life happening again. I personally think I'm pretty bullish with Energy Transfer, and I do think it will go to around $10. That's just my opinion. Don't listen to me. This is only entertainment purposes, but do your own research before you make any of these investments. I'm only demonstrating this so you guys can follow along with my journey. So just to be clear, Energy Transfer doesn't pay on a daily basis. It just works out as per annual basis. So Energy Transfer pays a quarterly dividend, and it's around 30 cents per quarter. I have 367 shares, and I think that's around $111. So, and it just works out about $1.20 per day. So that's how I worked out. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this, and especially I'd be really keen to know what you guys are thinking is going to happen in the next 6 months. Is there going to be another lockdown, and how are you preparing for that? But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about it, and what do you think about this new interface? Are you going to try it? But yeah, that's it for this video. If you're interested in trying Trading 212, you can use my referral link, which is in the description, and you can sign up to the other two platforms as well, which are also offering free shares, which are Stake, and where you can spin the roulette wheel when you sign up, and you get a free share in Night, Dropbox, or GoPro. I really like the way they've implemented that. And you've got free trade, which I probably think is the bottom of the three in my preference anyway. So yeah, that's it for this video. See you on the next one.